All right, so we have solved the safety issue, which is huge. And now we can move on to making it better. The big problem that developers are going to have is to check anything in the main that actually is crappy. And we need to make sure that they understand that whatever they're committing will be better in the long run. And this is where, again, we can't be very useful as non-coding facilitators because we don't know. But this is where we provide the video of Arlo who will explain this. And so make sure that you have them watch video number 3 in committing-better. And what that video is going to do is invite them of thinking all the different aspects that will possibly make it better. So that when the video is complete, you will be able to walk them through a facilitation, a set of questions that can directly apply to this particular piece of code. Now we're back into the facilitation simulation, and with our old Miro that you may remember, where we identified all the objections and then classified them in these 4 categories. As I said earlier, too dangerous is a gold star now.
Done.
We have solved that. So, addressing the too crappy issue, I'm going to ask our mob, or in this case, Arlo, at least one thing that possibly is better with our extraction.
Well, it sure isn't the name.
Right?
Performance is terrible. Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Right. But what's better?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask
I think
this.
we need a little more.
Is the original method easier to read now?
Yeah, I guess so. It's shorter.
Right.
And shorter makes it easier. All right.
Okay. And is the new method that we've extracted easier to read now?
Definitely easier to read. It's a lot shorter.
Is it easier to test now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and it's also easier to read because the parameters are now explicitly specified. Yeah, okay. Okay. Makes it easier.
Excellent. What data flows in this new method and then comes out of it?
Okay. Yeah, that's, I can see the parameter list shows me the data flows in and out. So, yeah. All right.
And as a, again, non-coding facilitator, we have no prayer of particularly knowing which aspects will be better. But when you know the list in advance, you can start asking these questions and getting them to think, and they will come up with them. But the questions that I provided are guaranteed to be at least one of the things that make it better because we have made the original method shorter. We have made the new method easier to read, and we have made it easier to test. So if there's nothing else, those are real things that are better. So let's go ahead on the Miro and write down the things that are better, which is original method easier to read, new method easier to read, and new method easier to test.
All right. I'm going to, unfortunately, use bulk mode to say things that are good. I like using bulk mode to say things that are terrible. Okay. So, original, easier to, let's just call that readability. The original. Wow. Go away, Miro, screw you up. Okay. Readability. The original. Readability of the new method.
Testability.
Testability. The new method.
And then data flows.
Data flows. Yeah. Yeah. Obvious. Okay. And I still don't like the name.
But does the name represent exactly what is known?
Okay, that's true. I don't know shit about what this thing does, and the name makes that clear. So, name clearly states my lack of knowledge.
We could shorten that to being honest.
Name is honest.
Great. So there are some things that are better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but there's also some, like, performance. Performance, it could be worse. I extracted methods, and that could slow things down.
Right. And we will address that. We are going to be doing the next category of making code no worse. So we will get there. But what I want to make sure in this particular segment is that you feel that the objections that are being listed under this category of too crappy have been resolved.
Well, I mean, haven't specifically met those objections. It is a crappy name, but I guess it's not enough of a change. It did provide some value. It is a little better. And by the video did say our target was just better, not perfect. So it is not perfect, but it's better. Okay, all right, I'll agree. You get your gold star.
Excellent, thank you. All right, so you witnessed pretty much the worst case scenario with a team that may be struggling with how this particular extraction was better. But the good news is that you have the list of questions that will get you to the success check, and you want to make sure to rely on that. At the beginning of going through these objections, I mentioned the mantra of safe, better, and no worse. So we've gone through safe, we just finished better. So now next we're going to address no worse.